Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Monday, June the 16th. We got Game 5 of the NBA Finals on Monday night. The series is tied at 2-2, so this is a really big game. Got some player props I do like for this game. Taking a first look at the board on Sunday, recording this video Sunday night. Got two plays I like, so we're going to break down these two plays, and we're going to share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, be sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you guys do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 instantly added to your account. Easy way to get your bankroll started to, starting to build it up on Prizepicks. Again, sign up and use that code NOAH if you have not yet. And then also, I do want to shout out Sleeper because we do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You guys can go sign up for Sleeper. Download their app and use promo code NOAH when you sign up. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So whatever you put in on that first deposit, Sleeper will match it up to $100. If you put in 25, they'll give you an additional 25. If you put in 50, they'll give you an additional 50. You put in 100, they'll give you an additional 100. So whatever you do deposit on that first deposit, it is matched up to $100. So another easy way to get your bankroll built up on Sleeper. Use the money that they give you from your deposit bonus and hopefully win some money, build some lineups, and win some money off of that money that they give you. But if you guys don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS pick'em app. They're very similar to Prizepicks. You just pick more or less on player projections. You build out your lineup. You can do an 8-pick lineup on Sleeper, up to an 8-pick lineup. You can win up to 100 extra money. You can mix and match sports as well. Give Sleeper a try, guys. Download that app, and again, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Sleeper. But yeah, talking about some plays that I do like for tonight's game on Monday night, Game 5. Got two plays for today. Before we do talk through these two plays, I do want to recap our plays from our last video, which was on Friday for Game 4. We gave out two picks Friday for Game 4. Unfortunately, we went 0-2, so didn't hit our plays Friday. Felt really good about the plays that we gave out. Things just didn't go our way. We took TJ McConnell. We took his over PRA at 13.5, which I really like that play. McConnell, been playing really well. Love to see the minutes kind of trending up as well. Kind of got off to a really good start. I want to say it in the first half, he had 8 PRA, 8 or 9 PRA. And then he didn't play as much in the second half. He wasn't very productive in the second half either. And I think he finished with 10 or 11 PRA, which is kind of unfortunate. And then we took an under on Lou Dort free throw attempts at 0.5. And that play was looking like it was going to cash. And then I think in the last 2 minutes of the game, Lou Dort got a steal, was driving to the basket, and got fouled with 2 minutes left in the game and went to the free throw line. So just kind of, how it is. Obviously on the wrong side of some BTS last game, but we're going to try and get back at it here, guys, for this game on Monday night. Got two plays, and let's see if we can bounce back here and hit both these plays. So the first prop that I do like for Monday night is going to be a first half prop. So on Prizepicks, you can take first half props. They are under the NBA 1H stat type. So you just click that, and then you can find first half. And we're going to go back to TJ McConnell. I like TJ McConnell for more than 7.5 first half fantasy score. So you could also take a look at McConnell's full game fantasy score line, which is at 15.5. That's one that I kind of like as well. McConnell, didn't go over this line last game, but he still played a decent amount. He actually played a decent amount of minutes. I think he played almost 20 minutes last game or close to it. Let's see. Which is kind of unfortunate because, we had an over on TJ McConnell last game and he went under, but he played a lot. He played 18 minutes, which was tied for the most that he's played in this series. He just, kind of wasn't as productive as he had been, especially in the second half. He wasn't very productive. But I think he's going to continue to get 16 to 18 minutes. He's been super valuable in this series. He's a high energy guy coming off the bench. He's a player that has historically been productive when he gets minutes from a fantasy perspective, just because he can do a little bit of everything. He can score. He's a little guy, but he can still rebound really well. He can facilitate too. He's going to pretty much get all the minutes that Tyrese Halliburton doesn't play. So when McConnell's getting minutes on the floor without Halliburton, he should really be productive in those minutes because that's when he kind of gets to run the offense and he can facilitate, he can score, whatever it may be. Also, we've seen TJ McConnell be really good at getting steals, which if you're new to Prizepicks, fantasy score for fantasy score, you get 3 points for steals. And I mean, TJ McConnell had 5 steals in game 3. He had 2 steals in game 2. He had 1 steal in game 1. Didn't have any steals last game, but he's been pretty good at getting steals as well. So just a productive player, a guy that typically averages over a fantasy point per minute. We did see him play 12 minutes in the first half last game. He did go over this first half fantasy score line despite going under his full game line. As you can see, he had 10.7 fantasy in the first half, and then in the for the whole game he finished with 11.2. So like he only got 0.5 fantasy points in the entire second half. So that was obviously super unfortunate. Wasn't very productive in the second half, but in the first half was really productive. He's been productive in the first half so far this postseason. He's gone over this first half fantasy score line. He has pushed or gone over this line in 17 out of their 20 playoff games so far. So like over 80% of their playoff games so far, he has at least pushed this line or gone over this line. As you can see, he has gone over this line in all 4 games in this series. Again, McConnell's just a high energy guy, so when he checks in, he's usually very active, whether it be running the offense, looking to score, getting some assists, being a pesky defender, being a pest on defense and racking up steals. Like he just has a lot of ways he can get fantasy points. I love to see that he got 12 minutes in the first half last game, which I think was the most that he's played in the first half all playoffs. The Pacers were giving him a long stint in the first half. Sometimes you will see, like in the second half, you will see bench players, sometimes their minutes get cut down in the second half, especially if the game's really competitive. You kind of want to lean into your starters a little bit more down to the wire when the game's competitive. But in the first half, that's when you can kind of extend your bench a little bit, get these bench guys a little bit more minutes. And McConnell, I think, probably plays like anywhere from 9 to 12 minutes here in the first half. He's a guy that averages over a fantasy point per minute. Just think this line of 7.5 is a bit low on him. I do like this play a lot. We're going to take TJ McConnell for more than 7.5 first half fantasy score. I don't mind taking his full game line. Again, you could look at that one as well, 15.5. But I want to say, I feel pretty confident that if McConnell goes over 15.5 fantasy score, he's probably going to go over this first half line too, unless he does the opposite of what he did last game and is really productive in the second half but not productive in the first half. Hopefully that's not the case. But like I said, McConnell typically, when he checks in, he's very active and starts putting up stats right away just because he's a very high energy guy. But that's what I like for our first play for today. And then the other play that I like is a 3-pointers made combo prop. And we're going to take Lou Dort and Miles Turner to combine for more than 3.5 3-pointers made. So if you're unaware how the combo props work, it's very self-explanatory. You're basically just taking 2 guys to combine for more or less than whatever the projection is. For instance here, we're betting on Miles Turner and Lou Dort to combine for at least 4 3-pointers made. And so far in the playoffs, Lou Dort, he's been really, really good at home. He's had pretty drastic home and road splits when it comes to his scoring and his shooting. So far in the playoffs, Dort has only averaged 5.9 points per game on the road. He's only shooting 28.6% from 3 on the road. But at home, he has been way, way better. 9.8 points per game at home, shooting 38.5% from 3 at home. So he's shooting 10% better, 10 percentage points better from 3 at home, and he's averaging almost 4 points. He's averaging 4 more points per game at home as well. So Dort been significantly better at home so far in the playoffs, which kind of makes sense. Role players like Lou Dort, these are the type of guys that typically play better at home because they can feed off the home crowd. They maybe feel a little bit more comfortable at home. And Dort, not known as much of an offensive player. Obviously, he's a really, really good defender, but he doesn't do a ton on offense. But when he is, involved in the offense, it's usually going to be from 3-point attempts. Like, he's not a guy that drives to the basket a lot. He's going to kind of stand behind the 3-point line, and when he's got open looks from 3, he'll take them. If you look in this series, he's been shooting the ball very well from 3 in this series. I think he's shooting like over 60% from 3 in this series, which is not sustainable, obviously. But in game 1, he shot 5 for 10. In game 2, he shot 1 for 3. Game 3, he shot 4 for 8. Last game, I was looking at his field goals. So in game 1, he shot 5 for 9 from 3. In game 2, he shot 1 for 3. In game 3, he shot 4 for 5. And then last game, he shot 1 for 1. But he took 10 shot attempts game 1, 9 of those were 3s. He took 3 shot attempts game 2, all of those were 3s. He took 8 shots in game 3, 5 of those were 3s. Last game he took 2 shots, and one of his 2 shots was a 3-point attempt. So when he's on the floor, he is shooting 3s. And you look at DK Sportsbook right now, they got Dort, I think he's like almost minus 200 to make 2 threes. So he's heavily favored to make 2 threes here. I think we can probably get at least 2 threes from Dort, maybe more. And I think we can get at least 1 or 2 from Miles Turner. Miles Turner's made at least 1 3 in all but 2 games so far in the playoffs. One of the games where he didn't make a 3 was last game because he shot 0 for 6. And so far in the series, it's kind of been the opposite. So you've had Lou Dort, who is shooting really, really well from 3 in this series. And then you've had Miles Turner, who is shooting terrible from 3 in this series. Miles Turner shooting 4 for 20 in their 4 games in this series. 4 for 20 from 3, that is. And over their last 3 games, he has shot 2 for 15 from 3 their last 3 games. So, like, Miles Turner's been ice cold from 3 in this series, but he's still taken a lot of 3-point attempts. 5, 5, 4, and 6. Eventually, he's going to start making 3s again. Like, Miles Turner is actually a pretty efficient 3-point shooter. In the regular season, he shot almost 40% from 3. So far in the playoffs, he's shooting 35% from 3. He's not going to continue to shoot 20% from 3 like he has in this series. And I want to say a lot of his looks, like from 3, have been open looks. He just hasn't been able to buy them yet. But eventually, Turner's going to start making some shots. And if he continues to shoot 5 or 6 3-point attempts per game, I feel fairly confident he's going to make at least 1, maybe 2, if not more. Maybe he finally gets hot from 3, and maybe he makes like 3. But I definitely think both these guys are in a good spot here. Love what I'm seeing from Lou Dort in terms of his shooting percentage. He's been very efficient from 3. He's had great splits at home. He's been really good from shooting the ball from 3 at home. And then Miles Turner, on the other hand, due for positive regression. Shooting the ball terribly in this series, but eventually he's going to start making some shots. He's not going to continue to shoot 4 for 20 from 3 like he has in the first 4 games in this series. You give me these 2 guys to combine for 4 threes, and I think more times than not they come away with that. I think more times than not you probably get 2 threes from each guy, but maybe Lou Dort makes 3, maybe Turner makes 1, or maybe this is the game that Turner gets hot from 3 and makes 3, and maybe Dort makes 1. But either way, I think we got a pretty good chance of getting at least 4 threes made from these 2 guys, Lou Dort and Miles Turner. So that's what we're going to take, guys, is our 2 plays for this Game 5 on Monday night. We're taking T.J. McConnell, more than 7.5 first half fantasy score, and then we're taking Lou Dort and Miles Turner to combine for more than 3.5 3-pointers made. So we got 2 plays here. Let's bounce back here, go 2-0 on these 2 plays. Feel really good about these plays. So hopefully we get a good game, and both these plays can come through for us. But that's what I'm liking, guys, for this game on Monday night. As always, appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos. Make sure, before you do get out of here, that you hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, if you are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure to go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code, and place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But good luck, guys. Let's make some money tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.